All right, I'm really happy right now, and I'm happy because I get to talk about one of my favorite subjects, and that subject is the subject of altered tuning for acoustic guitar. And one of the few things I can still do as a right-handed player is hold some chord shapes to try to demonstrate my approach, or at least to try to give some insight to why I enjoy playing in altered tunings all the time. I've got a guitar here that's tuned in standard tuning right now. So it's just E, A, D, G, B, E. I almost forgot what that is because I never play in this tuning anymore. E, A, D, G, B, E. Eat a darn good breakfast every day, right? That's the old sentence. You didn't need to know that. But if we looked at a simple chord progression, something like this, something like F, D minor, A minor, G minor, and let's say an E flat. So that's just a real easy chord progression in the key of F. And that's what it sounds like in standard tuning. Yeah, that sounds like guitar playing to me. If we, however, if we play that same chord progression in an altered tuning, we can get some chord voicings that are a lot closer to the way an advanced maybe even a jazz piano accompanist might come up with voicings that include some tighter intervals. And you saw me playing those chords. I wasn't doing any big stretches to reach those chords. Those were very natural and highly used chord voicings for that progression. And again, that progression was F, D minor, A minor, G minor, and then I threw a little E flat 9 in there at the end. And I want you to hear what that sounds like. Same chord progression, and this guitar tuned, well, we'll talk about how it's tuned. So hear those rich harmonies. So there's the F, D minor, 7. Here's an A minor in this. Really an A minor 9 to G minor 9. Listen to that. Really lush. And if you watch my fingers of my left hand, you're going to notice that I'm really not reaching very far. In fact, it looks like I'm holding normal chord shapes for the guitar, and yet I'm getting these chord voicings that are so unfamiliar and really fun to play. So let's look at what altered tuning this is and why these thick chord voicings are so easy to reach. This tuning, and I'm going to start on the lowest pitch string, is D. In fact, I'm going to hit it a few times. If you have your guitar out and want to tune to me, D. Now A. You should be close to that already. Now D. You should be darn close to that too. So it's D, A, D across the bottom three, then it gets interesting. The G string is tuned down to E. There's my E. My B string I leave alone. Sounds a little flat to me. It's better. And that's the second string B. Now on this guitar, I tune down to a low A. Wait, it drops in pitch from the second string to the first string? Yes, it does. So you have B as your second string, and it goes down to an A. And what this tuning gives us is a tighter intervallic spacing. The intervals, you don't need to know a lot of music theory for this, but you know that when we tune our guitars in standard tuning, there are many frets between unisons. In fact, there's 5 frets between unisons. That's why we go to the 5th fret to tune so many of the open strings in standard tuning. Well, in this tuning, we get unisons that are only 2 frets apart. So I'm holding an F at the 5th fret and an F on the next string over at the 3rd fret. And that means that right next to each other there are some whole steps. You get these nice, beautiful, hear how tight that interval is? So D, A, D, E, B, A is a fantastic tuning. I'm going to play another chord progression for you just to hear this. I'm going to start off by playing C major 7 to C dominant 7 to F major 7 to B flat 9, B flat 7, 9. And it just sounds, this is a great one. So this is a common chord progression. And I'm not reaching too far to grab those. Now that, I can just tell you right now, if I was on my other guitar in standard tuning to try to reach that chord voicing, I would be performing massive contortions to try to reach those intervals, because the tuning itself dictates what's easy to reach. And so as you start to explore altered tunings and you come across tunings like this where the intervals are very close, always remember you can use that to your advantage when building thicker sounding chord voicings. And I'll do one more for you. If you have a guitar in standard tuning, let's just look at going back and forth between 2 chords, G minor and E flat major. And that would sound in this tuning like this. Thick sounding G minor chord. So G minor 9. It's a root on the bottom, a 5th, another root, the 3rd and the 7th right next to each other on adjacent strings, and the 9 ringing open. All right, get in D, A, D, E, B, A and have some fun.